Okay, well, it is Albie and Dr. Mittens again with
Hello.
another cast, this time of a Captain's Mode game.
Oh, scary. We can't
Indeed.
do it. It's too difficult.
Way too hard. Okay, anyway, so, yeah, we good to go? 3, 2, 1, go.
Yep. 01, 02, 03.
Sweet.
Yep.
So, yeah,
Alright.
so far we have really standard bans, I would say, from both sides. Darkseer,
10 seconds to
Darkseer,
go.
Lifestealer, Nightstalker, who is extremely strong and annoying
5
now, I
seconds.
find, and Alchemist.
Yeah. I think the Radiant have come in with a really
Reserve
clear
time.
strategy. You see that Phantom Lancer first pick,
Mhm.
and their bans really indicate that they're scared of those melee type heroes who can shut down a Phantom Lancer. I wouldn't be at all surprised a PA being
Dyer's ban.
banned out now. Maybe they're just going to try and get this Phantom Lancer really huge. They're going to ban out some more natural Battle Fury carriers, I imagine. So
Yeah,
taking out your Alchemists, your PA, wouldn't be surprised to see Sven,
10
perhaps
seconds to
Magnus,
go.
which aren't necessarily the most common heroes, but just stuff which can just
Radiant's
clear out
ban.
Phantom Lancer's illusions really well. Also, a Gyrocopter is a really reasonable ban because of the way Flat Cannon works and the spammable nature of cooldown, I think would be really strong with that.
for sure, yeah. You really want those PL illusions getting out of
10
control
seconds to
from
go.
the Radiant team, so you can really split push hard. Because, yeah, like
5
PL
seconds.
doesn't even really need to be in the fights as long as he's out there split pushing and getting farmed. He can make a huge impact.
There's Enigma, another
Dyer's
hero
ban.
which can control a large group of enemies at a single time, and unless you're ridiculous with your micro, StarCraft 2, not Dota levels, you're not going to be anything but grouping up all your illusions at once for the vast majority of the time, I would think.
10 seconds to go.
Timbersaw, I think, is a pretty reasonable counter to Phantom Lancer.
5 seconds.
Can get into mana issues with the way Diffusal Blade and Delusions work, but is also able to clear them out really
Reserve
quickly
time.
with that pure damage.
And so maneuverable
And,
as well, so he can
yeah.
kind of get out of there if he does start
Dyer's
getting
pick.
clobbered on by a whole bunch of illusions.
Exactly. Yeah, I think some really savvy bans too coming out from Dire. They've taken away the Keeper of the Light and the Weaver now, so they're trying to avoid just being split pushed to death. I'd be entirely unsurprised if their last ban was Nature's Prophet or something, because they seem to have cottoned on to this really early Phantom Lancer pick.
Yeah.
And that seems to be
10
all the
seconds
Radiant
to
want.
go.
They just want to go whole hog on the Phantom Lancer, let him do all the work, just from the
5
way their
seconds.
whole draft is oriented around it.
Yeah, maybe some teamfight heroes needed
Reserve
for the
time.
Radiant team now, just to kind of hold the fort while the Phantom Lancer does
Radiant's
split
pick.
push.
Yeah, I think that's part of why Keeper of the Light is such a naturally good counterpart to Phantom Lancer, as well as the laning stage with the Chakra Magic.
Yeah, for sure.
It
Too
also,
many Spirit Lancers.
yeah, a lot of Spirit Lancers, and then later on in the game, just using the Illuminate spam to hold off. You can hold off 2 lanes if they're pushing
Excellent
into your
counter push
base.
spell. So.
Yeah,
And a Venomancer
10
being picked
seconds
up,
to go.
looks like quite a good counter push hero, and also a push hero with those wards.
Dyer's
And the
pick.
slow is ridiculous on that. That's so annoying.
yeah, I think it's just really one of the strongest heroes in the new meta, and can be played in a variety of ways. We see Zhao 8 playing Venomancer as mid for LGD China, but Venomancer can also be played as a more natural support. It's just got a lot of utility. You can max out wards, you can max out Gale. There's so many
10
options
seconds
with
to
the way
go.
Venomancer works now. So I think it's just a really good all-purpose
5
picker.
seconds.
For sure,
the
it's
Knights.
always going to be useful. You're always going to find use for a Venomancer with a ridiculous slow.
Reserve time.
I think it also works well with that sort of big AoE damage. The Poison Nova's gonna hit the Phantom Lancer even if he tries to invis away.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's a really savvy pickup too.
Radiant's
Kunkka,
pick.
with the Tidebringer, will be able to get a whole lot of damage done to Phantom Lancer as well as all of his illusions.
For sure, yeah. Tidebringer with the crits, it's quite ridiculous damage. It's
One hit
the craziest
rampage.
damage you see. Yeah, one hit rampage Kunkka. And the Outworld Devourer on the Radiant team, really strong mid, of course.
Yeah.
So,
has fallen out of the meta a little bit because of the nerf on items proccing his
10
aura,
seconds to
but
go.
with the Crystal Maiden as well, I think
Yeah, mana
just
problems shouldn't
5
really be so
seconds.
much of a problem.
I wouldn't think so. And
Yeah.
it also allows them really good anti-push
Dyer's
if they pick
ban.
up some strong counter-push heroes because of the way Arcane Aura will work in a siege situation while your Phantom Lancer works on his own.
Yeah. Ogre
Now,
Magi,
Mm.
not quite sure about this one. I mean, he
10 seconds to go.
does good damage, and he has good ganking potential, I would
5
say.
seconds.
Like, good rotational potential. If you... Maybe he's alright against Timbersaw, maybe with
Radiant's
the Crystal
ban.
Maiden he can take down some of these heroes, but I don't know that he adds the most to the team. Bloodlust, good, but not so good on Phantom Lancer, who really relies on his illusions, so I think it would be more suitable if you had a
10
different carry,
seconds to go.
not so
Yeah.
much the Phantom Lancer.
Yeah, not quite sure about the synergy there.
5
I mean, it
seconds.
works nicely with OD because Ogre can have some serious mana issues, but just wouldn't have been
Reserve
my
time.
thing. So we're coming into the final picking stage. I think both teams are probably going to be looking for some kind of offlaner. I think there's a lot of potential for aggressive tri-lanes as well, so really interesting to see how they want to work their lanes. The defensive tri-lane is almost gone in the 6.79 meta. So many options, dual
So many
lanes.
options for mid from Dire, like almost any of those heroes could go mid.
Yeah, and they could, like, all of them really could. They could still, I mean, Lich is still on the board, and Lich dual lanes mid have been ruining the competitive scene. They've just been so powerful. You get so much extra experience from the sacrifice.
Yeah,
You
sure.
control
Dyer's
the
big.
creep wave. You harass. It's
Certainly
just
shut down the OD.
yeah, but that would mean that they look more towards the Naga Siren carry, which has really fallen off a lot since sort of TI2 or so.
Yes.
Gyrocopter being the final ban out for the Radiant, and that is one of the natural Phantom Lancer
10
counters. This is
seconds
really
to
a
go.
Phantom Lancer or boss type of draft. They picked it first,
5
which I think
seconds.
might have been a mistake personally. I feel like they've tipped their hand pretty early, but
Yeah, they have allowed the Dire to
Reserve time.
really see what they're doing and counter it to some degree with their picks. I think, yeah, as you say, the Venomancer and the Kunkka are both quite good against Venomancer, and the Timbersaw not bad either.
Yes.
So,
interesting to see some of the really popular heroes in the latest meta not being picked up. Luna, nice.
being picked up as a carry.
Radiant's
Yeah.
pick.
Lich, Bounty Hunter, still very much on the board. So
I think Bounty Hunter might be good, but
Yeah, Bounty
maybe a teamfight character. They don't really have a very... The teamfight is decent, but they don't really have a big AoE support type character. OD's ult, of course, always strong.
and they're really lacking in anti-push unless a Phantom Lancer is using his
They are.
illusions.
10
I
seconds
don't
to go.
really see how they're going to be able to stop a 5-man rolling down mid.
5 seconds.
I really would have liked to see, say, like a Sand King instead of that Ogre Magi. I don't know, something
Reserve
playing
time.
with a bit more teamfight potential.
Yeah. I think also in the laning stage, it
Magnetic.
really Silencer.
Well, not quite the anti-push that you were looking for.
Not at all.
So,
And
yeah,
I
they will
really-
be relying hard on that Phantom Lancer, I think, and hoping that he gets a lot of solo experience.
I'm really not sure how they're going to lane this either coming out from Radiant or Dire, to be
The
fair.
Dire
but
has a much better teamfight. This is ridiculous with the Siren Song. Timbersaw is so mobile in a fight, able to slow people down with that, with his whatchamacallit, the Chakram.
yeah.
Yeah, all their heroes. Kunkka dealing massive damage. Luna's Eclipse.
Everybody gets set.
The Poison Nova. It's just crazy.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of pressure on this Naga Siren because he's got to get that song just right so the boat lands, the Chakram isn't wasted, the Eclipse isn't wasted, the Poison Nova. The whole team fight of Dire is really, it's all on Mexi's shoulders. So I might just run through the Dire lineup here. It's Shadowrot on the Luna, Jing on the Kunkka, Mexi, all the pressure on the Naga Siren, the Milky Way on Venomancer, and Joron on Timbersaw.
Yes, indeed. And on the Radiant side, Alex Song on the Silencer, Ace on the Ogre Magi, Edge Kiro on the Outworld Devourer. Down the bottom we have, what does that say?
30 seconds to
Ride
showtime.
Prophet? I don't know what that means.
Ride Prophet. You can
Oh, Ride Prophet. Okay, Ride
Ride
Prophet
Prophet.
carrying hard on the Phantom Lancer, and Boom Boom on the Crystal Maiden. And the entire Dire team now smoked up bottom. Oh, well, except for the Timbersaw, who is at his top tower.
Timbersaw. I don't know if he spotted out that ward placement. It's a really aggressive ward placement. And to me, that looks like could be a safe lane
And
solo
they're off.
Timbersaw, aggro tri-lane being run by the Luna, and a kunkka mid, which to me sounds like exceptionally strong lanes, and I think the Radiant are going to do really well just to break even in this laning stage.
Agasarin now going. The whole team really going towards top. Still looking for a pickup, perhaps? Pick-off, perhaps?
Maybe they spotted out the silence of the Ogre Magi and decided just to change up the lanes. Kunkka heading mid, leveling up that Tidebringer to take on the OD. Kunkka one of the best taking on OD, but OD is one of the best laners, period. I don't think there's anyone who solidly beats OD in lane.
Yeah, sure.
Pretty much the only hero you can say that about. I mean, people try with your Razors, your Lunas, your Kunkkas, but I still think OD might have the advantage here. He can get rune control using Astral, and I think really should have the advantage here.
The net going down on the ensnare on the Silencer, but he's going to escape just fine. Doesn't have a salve though, only his tangos, so it's a bit problematic for him. The Ogre might give him a salve if he's feeling like a nice guy, maybe not. But yeah, in fact, transitioning to the defensive tri-lane here and sending the Timbersaw solo off.
You tried.
I did. Got it eventually.
Oh dear. Yeah, I think that was a really big missed opportunity. The Milky Way on Venno just slightly out of position. If he hits that Venomous Gale, with the damage from Lunar Blessing early on, it's just so much extra damage. It's 14 extra damage on top of 56.
Nice.
You know, it's... Oh no, I'll try and do maths in my head. It's 25% more damage on every auto attack. And that's
Crazy.
with all your teammates. It's such a good spell.
Venomancer's auto attack's just ridiculous, so when it gets the poison sting up.
Yeah, you combine that with Venomous Gale. I think that's a first blood miss as far as Radiant are concerned.
Venno now coming around, gets the Gale on the Silencer, will get stunned by the Ogre Magi. They don't really care at all, the ensnare going
blood,
down and
folks.
down, and that will be the first blood on the Silencer.
Ogre Magi in a little bit of trouble. There's no more mana coming out from the Naga though, so I think he should be just fine. Yeah, he managed to escape. Ogre's deceptively tanky. He's got 6 armor and 680 health at level 2.
He has an insane amount of health.
And armor. It's just you don't really
6
expect.
armor, yeah, 6. That is crazy.
I mean, you look at say, oh man, there's lots of high armor heroes on the board. But let's check Timbersaw. I know he has birthday armor.
Look at just getting the double damage.
Even with a little bit of reactive armor.
I don't know what happened to the double damage there, actually. It just got, like, cancelled by Astral Imprisonment. Or was it a deny, just? He just managed to deny that, which is impressive.
Yeah, so Timbersaw has 4% physical resistance with his armor. Meanwhile, Ogre Magi is strutting around with a robust 27, and now they're going on the Luna. They won't be able to kill it, but they should be able to get some nice harass done. Ugh, that
Your
last
buyer
was
might want to mine the top tower.
Silence are always great for harassing in lane. Just... And the Luna now in a bit of trouble. We'll probably need some heals from the supports, but they really don't have a huge deal either.
A couple of tangos going around, and Venno will share one because he's a nice guy. I think what Radiant need to be most concerned with is that they're not getting enough done with this defensive tri-lane. They've only picked up a 1 kill, and meanwhile the Phantom Lancer is getting big. The one thing they couldn't let get happen.
Yeah, that is... yeah, I think that they do need to do well with this aggressive tri-lane and move on to ganking the PL as soon as they feel secure enough to do that. It's Timbersaw getting very low here, popping a Spirit Lance. Should be okay. Yeah, it's just going to get out with that Timber Chain. Just had enough mana for it.
Just enough.
Very low, but he feels like staying in lane. Oh, he did have his salve. Okay.
Yeah, he'll pop that off. And the Phantom Lancer actually did take a huge amount of harass from that. He's gone a nice aggressive build, realized that the laning stage would be in his favor. No stout shield. Has gone early boots. I wouldn't have minded seeing a Midas. But, you know, he's got 21 last hits, doing well. And the
Kunkka doing
Kunkka-
well mid lane, topping the last hits chart, and also keeping the outward barrow well under control. Certainly winning
at
the
top,
team.
they're going Silencer taking his spill first, and I caught it just.
Yeah, missed that. Saw the silencer sinking into the ground.
Some damage was dealt to a hero. That's I can confirm that.
And he died.
Regeneration.
Yep,
Confirmed death.
yep. Kunkka getting that
Dying of
regen.
unknown causes. Yeah, Kunkka doing very well in this mid lane. That regen rune's really going to help.
Looks like he's got the full phase boots being buried to him on Courier. That'll really help his last hitting. Did you see how quickly the regen rune filled his mana up? He hasn't got enough of it. It just,
Yeah.
it just filled him on up.
Too strong.
Filled him right off. Bang! Big slap of the tide burn. Yeah. So I think this defensive tri-lane has, you know, not to put too fine a point on it, it's failed. It's not done enough work. Venomancer, the Naga Siren, good ganking heroes, haven't made any appearances any other lanes, and they're just not getting enough from me. So I think this
Really do have to shut down the PL, but at the moment, going not too badly for the Dire team with the Kunkka doing so well mid. I think that's really helping them out. And the Timbersaw not doing too badly bottom lane. I don't think he's had to go back to base or anything like that yet.
Yeah, that was a late looking stack from a Naga. Yeah. Oh, she got it! Just about to criticize it, but I guess not.
Radiant's bottom
Boom
tower
Boom
in a
off the
pretty
Crystal
fight
Maiden,
right
now
now.
rotating towards the top lane. Now it's tri-lane on tri-lane.
Yep.
And,
Very
yeah, it
passive
looks-
though from the Radiant team, from both teams really. I guess the Dire team just stacking and pulling here, but the Radiant team not getting a whole lot accomplished either.
No. Kunkka picking up an Ember's Rune. He does have enough mana for Torrent or both, but not both, because that's how OD rolls. Might just try one.
So he's coming
stack and
top.
then- He's going all the way top. This could be big. This could be a game-changing fight. Really,
Yeah, it could be, and the Radiant is quite deep here. Also, all around the side shop here. This could be a big pote coming in.
Yep, Kunkka just got an extra mana. One of the OD's intelligence steals wore off. Now the other one, he's got enough.
And there's the Gale.
There's the Gale.
There's the
Big
boat. Oh, the
boat.
torrent as well. Perfect boat and torrent.
Beautiful
Absolute
play.
destruction.
Giant's top tower.
Yeah, an
You know the
excellent
drill.
gank there by the Kunkka.
Yeah.
Walking across the map to make that happen. And he's got his Ring of Health. So it looks
Yeah.
like he's going for a Battle Fury most likely.
And one of the most underrated effects of the game, the boat actually saved Venomancer's life. The rum effect, or whatever it's called, reduces damage by 50%. 50.
Crazy.
And the Venomancer was clearly dead, if not for that. You
Dire's
could
mid
see
tower
when
will
the
last
rum
much
effect
longer.
wore off, he was sitting on 1 health for a lot.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's a really,
Dire's
really
mid
impressive
tower
game
could
from
use a
that.
little
That's
help.
beautifully
Yeah,
landed.
definitely. An excellent gank. And the torrent as well, who just kept them in position for the boat to slam into them. Yeah, absolute destruction. OD going bot now, he may be able to... There's no rune there, maybe he's just checking for that. Oh, he's got a double damage rune, I'm sure he gets lucky there.
Damage.
Maybe he'll look to go bottom on the Timbersaw. Looks like
Yeah.
it, he's picked up his ult. Doesn't have any points
Radiant's
in
bottom
the Arcane
tower's
Orb
seen
yet
better
there.
days.
Probably would have picked up one, it's always good extra burst of damage to have in situations like this, but he does have the double damage rune.
Let's see how much mana the Timbersaw comes out with. He's got enough to Timber Chain. Oh, he's the horrible Timber Chain. He gets nothing done with it. He's going to fall because of it.
Yeah. I don't think there was a whole lot he could have done there.
Yeah, check top. It looks like a stun being thrown down on the Nagasar, and Venomancer chasing down for Courier, but he's not going to get it.
Radiant's mid tower could use a hand.
Venomancer dove too deep, and now he's going to pay the price it looks. If the Ogre can catch
Surely,
up,
yep.
has one more stun, bang.
And the Crystal Maiden going down to Luna. Is there any snare up? No,
Dire's
no
top
mana on
tower's
the
getting
Naga
beat
Tyrant.
down.
Kunkka was looking around the back there for an opportunity, but he's out as well.
Tread's being finished up on Phantom Lancer. I think his last hits probably lacking a bit, to be honest.
Dire's mid tower is
Had
having technical difficulties.
he's had a Crystal Maiden there to get him through the early difficult stage against his Timbersaw, and now he really should be able to take control of the lane. But he's actually losing in last hits to the Timbersaw, even after getting a gang.
Yeah.
Now TPing top, so maybe he can get something done up here. Shows himself immediately, no stealth required. And that gang fizzle.
Yeah, he just doesn't seem very happy with that Timbersaw. Can't handle it. So he's gone top to do what looks like farming against... Well, it's a dual lane now, but could be a tri lane if the Veno goes back up there.
Top tower.
Probably not the safest place to farm, I wouldn't have thought, but...
Trouble brewing at Radiant's bottom tower.
It is a really significant tower strategically to try and take out the top tier 1 for Dire. Ogre, no, not looking for a backstab, just poking his nose in the other team's business. Once you take those top towers, it really cuts off the jungle. It makes it so difficult to farm up anywhere on the map.
Sure.
So I think it'd be a really significant pick-off if they manage to get rid of these towers, but it doesn't look like they're putting that much pressure on them. They're just having... like they're existing on the lane without having a presence, just not doing enough of this, I think.
It is difficult against the Venomancer and the Nagathyron, to be fair, and especially with
It
Eclipse up. Well, Eclipse is not quite enough mana for it. There it is, just gets enough mana for it now. So, yeah, I don't feel like they can really dive the tower with the Venomancer slow, and
Radiant's
the
bottom tower
Nagathyron
seen better days.
No, Venomancer doing a really nice job with his wards, just...
Kunkka looking for a gank bottom, but the Silencer is way out. So he's not going to have any luck there, but the OD now coming top.
Gale being thrown out on the Ogre. Gale's thrown out on the Ogre, but he's standing around though, he's sticking with it, chucks out the stun onto the other side, now the OD joining the fight, drops the hammer,
Quality
Kane,
OD ult.
and beautiful defensive imprisonment, avoids the poison stink, will come back without any help.
That one burst on Venomancer, it's still going to go down to the Phantom Lancer illusion.
Meanwhile, down bottom, they're going to take down the equivalent tower to the top tier 1 for Dire, the bottom tier 1 for Radiant. That's a pretty big pickup. So that's a really, really nice trade, but they didn't lose anything.
Yeah, I mean, they got something back at least from that.
Yep. Now the casual vitality booster coming out from OG.
Yeah,
really,
I know, it is... What is that? Is that a Rod of Atos? I suppose. He's got stuff wizardry as well. I think that Rod of Atos is somewhat underrated, especially. It gives health and intelligence, which is a great thing on most intelligence heroes. And OD obviously loving his intelligence, so 2 staffs of wizardry in that is pretty strong. The slow, while not the best active on an item, is certainly useful in some situations. So yeah, overall I think a bit underrated, not the worst choice.
not the worst choice, but I think with OD, he's looking to be...
Timbersaw getting absolutely annihilated at top, copying so much damage from that Ogre Magi stun, but it's the Crystal Maiden who will go down there.
Yeah, so I was just going to say, I think it's a really good item. I really enjoy Rod of Atos when I'm playing support, but as a carry player, and you are the second most, like, you need the farm second most on your team. You're still a 2-position player on that OD, even though you went mid. You can't really afford to be going such defensive items at this stage, I would think. You need to be able to kill off whatever squishy supports your Venomancers, your Nagasarans, even your Lunas. I think you could go a little bit more ambitious, work towards maybe a 4-star, which has great utility and good intelligence. Maybe towards a Hex Stick if you're doing really nicely. I just feel like it's a little bit passive this early on in the game.
Yeah. Arguable, either way. I think it's quite similar to a 4-star, but yeah, definitely 4-star always a good item to get in and get out.
Normally one or the other. Be a bit hack if the cooldown was that low. Alright. We check our gold chart, and at this stage for Dire, taking a nice early lead. They did manage to pick up the kills, they did manage to pick up the tower, so that's where that gold's coming from. But because of all the movement they've had to do, all the reactiveness from both teams, especially in the top lane, the experience chart is practically 500.
Stage. Illusion.
Oh, embarrassing.
Nagathyron really far away from her team there, so It's never going to be ideal.
Did you see the lucent beam being popped off on the fake Phantom
On the illusion, yeah.
Yeah, they've been drinking Behaviorate. They don't like them illusions. Oh,
Timbersaw now going mid to get this farm, which was being neglected for a little while, but the Outworld Vara having none of it, instantly putting him in that astral imprisonment, which is really not good for Timbersaw. Like, he needs his
yeah, look out bottom, Torrent and Bow. There was an Invis rune on the kunkka, slaps him in the
He's
face.
doing good use of those Invis runes. That's twice now that he's been able to do that, but now the Dire team smoking up from top and coming mid to try and get this Outworld Vara, but he seems to know that something is up.
Well, how could
does
he? He's jumping, he's juking, he's jiving around. Ludo immediately reveals
manages to
himself.
get the ensnare off, and the eclipse, that should be the end of him.
Oh,
well! Well!
Oh, just the hammer!
What indeed?
Radiant's bottom
Oh,
tower.
I
in a
don't
great
like
sight
BM,
right
but
now.
I
That
love
is-
that BM. That is beautiful to see.
That is huge.
What a play. Oh, they just... Oh, wow. They're all agility, squishy, low health heroes. It's an OD with 3 different stacks on his astral imprisonment steel. Drop the level 11, Sandy's eclipse, and they
All the Rod of Atos there, without that extra health,
yeah, sure.
would have
Yeah, now
died.
it's
Without that extra intelligence, maybe the ult wouldn't have done enough damage.
Also the tankiness. He got down to 90 health there.
Yeah,
so
exactly. The extra health probably would have died without that.
Yeah, alright. Okay, it kind of works. What? Shut up.
Kunkka here, finishing off his Battle Fury. And going a little early, perhaps. Oh, the boat turret combo again.
Lord.
He is on point with this.
Oh, wow. And
Didn't
you know,
even
now
need
he's
the Timbersaw.
now got the level 2 X1 from spot, which makes those torrents really easy to hit because this guy doesn't need help. Jing has been on the mark. He's got the most farm on the board. He's got, let's see, the most net worth on the board by over 1,000. He is doing crazy good work. Really impressive.
Yeah, he is having a fantastic game so far. And the OD now just coming bot to defend this tower and pick up a bit of farm. Still persisting with this tri-lane top. I don't know. I think maybe the Venno and the Naga Siren could be rotating a bit more. But yeah, they're sticking with it for now. They've actually got the Kunkka now going to the Dire jungle.
Yeah, I feel like at this stage the advantage falls well in favor of the Dire because they focus on this tri-lane top and they really aren't able to use the jungling. We call that Fortnite being thrown out onto the Ogre Mega. He's now running away. Torrent hits.
That
Beautiful
Torrent
help.
and Cleave, too
Tired.
strong.
He's got that boom,
Dire's
boom,
mid tower is
pow.
having
Yeah,
technical
he's doing
difficulties.
exceptionally well.
Not that the Crystal Maiden doesn't, whose name is Boom Boom, but whatever.
What does the PL have at the moment? He's getting his second Blade of Alacrity. So,
Yep.
he's doing alright, I think. He's doing alright, but not as well as he has to be.
Dire's
He's going to have
mid
to
tower
carry
could use a
really
little
hard.
help. Can't
I
do
mean,
nothing
he's
about
had
Dire's structures right now.
No impact, really. He's got 1 kill, no deaths, 1 assist, and I'm surprised he had that much. I can't.
Yeah, it's somewhat what you'd expect. I mean, it is an early game PL. Once he gets those illusions up, that's where he starts to shine. So maybe he'll be able to pressure this tower a bit here with the entire Dire team mid.
Yeah, but you look at the last hit tonight. He had essentially a solo one-on-one lane against the Timbersaw,
Yeah,
which
yeah, he really should be doing better than he is. I
he's
think it's fair to say.
about
Radiant's
half of
mid
what
tower's
Kunkka has
coming
so
apart.
far as creep kills are concerned, and he's not much better
That
on
Rod of
that work.
Atos getting the slow and the kill on the Mancer. But the boat torrent coming in again, and the OD extremely low. The Kunkka's going to have to get out of there though. The entire
Dire's
radiant.
Kunkka's just going 1-hit rampage, he'll be fine. Okay, maybe he
Not
won't
sure
be
what the Naga is thinking.
Hasn't got enough mana for song. He's gonna get that big silence damage.
Going in quite a bit too late. What do you think about... Oh, hold that.
Multicast being popped off on the Kunkka, boom boom, coming in with a frostbite, now Phantom Lance Spear being chucked in. Kunkka's running away, he's got 30 health, 14 and
Death.
made. Boom,
Timbersaw
boom.
now going into the middle of the Radiant team. Gets ulted by the OD, and that's going to be the end of him.
Oh,
A
woof.
quality team fight by the Radiant. That did Kunkka buy back? He must have.
Yeah, looks like he did, yep.
Where is
Buyback
Buyback?
status. Well,
Yeah. Well,
don't know about that.
it's not going to work out for him. Like, there were a lot of low radiant heroes there, so I guess he thought he might be able to get a pick off, but in the end, it is not going to work out well for him. So that is definitely going to bring him back into line somewhat, at least. So he's still going to be on top of the net worth. Oh, he's actually not on top of the net worth chart. He's dipped below the OD, who got a couple of kills there, at least.
Buybacks are expensive, man. And that OD is starting to spiral a little bit. He's 7-0-1. He's getting all the last hits. He's doing really well. After losing a lane, he probably should have won against that kunkka.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. It looks like Kunka's going for Shadow Blade now, probably. That Claymore.
Yeah, I expect so. I have seen kunkkas go double Battle Fury, but I think this kunkka, you know, he's proved his worth. He probably won't do
He seems sensible. At least. Yeah, will probably be a Shadow Blade to be seen there.
Unfortunate for the Radiant, they placed consecutive wards on top of the Dire wards. So the Dire really should know that that's happening. Crystal Maiden using the Zimba's rune, scouting out the jungle next to a Luna with Eclipse and a Timbersaw who can melt her. If she right-clicked on one of them by mistake, and yeah, I'm speaking from experience, if she does that...
Trouble.
Oh my god, what a troll. Cancels the Luna TP to mid-tier 2.
She gotta pay
And
for it.
she's gonna get it. She's gonna pay for that influence.
She deserves it too. Oh, kunkka fell meanwhile.
Oh, well, we missed the important kill, but at least we saw that troll Crystal Maiden.
What an RO feed K play. That is just... What are you doing?
The cost of being a troll is too damn high, and... Meanwhile, the OD going mid with a whole Dire team here.
She might be a bit... Oh, she doesn't have her ult up.
The song...
Now, the Song of the Time. The fun
no.
ends here. Not my favourite song of all time.
No.
I think Timbersaw probably could have escaped.
He would have
He's
been fine. The whole
massive
team would have been fine. Bit of a waste of the song, really, but I guess if you think it's going to help, then better to throw it out than not throw it out, I guess. It could be really useful. Could be really useful here, though, while they're going on the tower. So, yeah. An unfortunate loss.
Luna's trying to take this ancient stack and she's just getting murdered by it. She cannot do it and she needs to stop trying.
Call for help. Oh dear.
Let your dominated creep come in, give you the aura at least, if not tank it up, please. Get someone to help. Stop dying.
It's embarrassing for everyone.
You can't do it, Luna, you can't do it. Oh god, no.
It's so funny if the OD found her, but it doesn't look like they're going to. Most of the Dire, or 3 of the Dire team down here now, to protect this tower from the inevitable push that's coming up. If only the Naga Siren had that ult to set up the team fight here. Hopefully the Kunkka will be able to do something good with his boat, but he's getting stumped here by the Ogre going in deep.
Silence being put up on the Naga really timely there. Otherwise the net would have been thrown out and that would have been the end of the Ogre. Nice play coming out from Alex Song.
Yep, good save.
That Tidebringer doing damage.
Bottom tower.
The tower will go down though. To the Outworld Devourer, just sending him even higher into that net worth chart.
The Dire might want to mine their top tower.
Yeah, I guess the Silence are quite a good pick for the team fight because the Dire does have huge team fight potential if they could be allowed to get off all their spells at that point. So
you know the drill.
Yeah, like I can see where they're coming from, but I'm not a believer in the core silencer. If they picked up the silencer instead of an Ogre Magi, then I can understand it. Then I'm on board. But as far as I'm concerned, silencer just isn't the strongest core, and doesn't really have the potential to carry the game like they'll need to.
Fair. Phantomite's with the Diffuser Blade, and he has the Vitality booster here, so he did that and attempted a very fast heart.
Yeah, he could be looking towards heart. Some players do like to get that heart extremely early. Vitality booster, just casually, is an exceptionally strong item. You don't need to get much more.
Motivatos being used on Luna, and they're going to go in on that. And she will go down 3.
Courier has death.
Naga Siren also in trouble. Well, that Outworld ult.
Venomass is dropping the ult. Timbersaw still has some mana. He might be able to do some cleaning out. He might die.
He might just be completely melted and die. The Venomancer poison will take out the Crystal Maiden, but that's a small consolation.
Dire's mid towers
Losing
having
3 of your
technical
key heroes.
difficulties. Radiant's top tower's taking hits.
Oh dear, Rod paid off
Knows
again,
how many
and the
more three
Venomancer
there. Radiant
destroyed.
lost the top tower.
Just stop talking about
good to
one
see.
thing.
Good to see the Venomancer getting a bit sluggish against it. Some of its own
Dire's mid
madness
tower won't last.
Meanwhile, kunkka pushing bottom, but now TPing back to... Oh, pushing top, and now TPing back
Radiant's
to
top
bottom.
tower's hurting.
So he's just really farming
Dire's
up hard,
mid-tower's
leaving his
having
team to die,
technical
which is fair
difficulties.
enough at this point. Like, he's
Dire's
carrying the
mid-tower's
team, he
nothing
needs this
now.
farm, and there wasn't going to be much he could have done against that mess in middle.
Yeah. I think it's a reasonable decision so long as he knows when to stop farming. You know, he
Yeah.
doesn't want to be the new EGM and just be farming when his team really needs him. So
True fact.
just needs to be aware. And once they have all their ults up, I still think even with the advantage that this OD has created for himself, even with the power of the Phantom Lance Diffusal Blade, they can still probably take a team fight. That Naga Siren initiation is going to be just impossible to beat if you get it right. So.
And now the
it's-
kunkka fighting Silencer in the jungle, but he's going to be out just fine with that 4-star.
Hitting hard though. He is swamping those creeps down with that. He's just giving them a... Oh, look at that slap.
Absolute slap with that time.
Silencer, he's built a 4-star. He's got treads. He's now got a Staff of Wizardry and a Null, but let's not read into that. Let's please not read into that.
No.
I know I make that joke all the time whenever I'm watching it. I just think about like how stupid, how cool would it be if that was true. But no, I don't think it will be happening.
Let's hope not.
I dare not speak its name, or else I'll give it credence.
Yeah, don't read into that.
Please no.
Where's the Silencer? So yeah, I don't think there's a mech being picked up on the Radiant yet. No.
Oh.
The Outworld has the early Hex stick up already though, so that's going to be very strong.
There is a mech over on Ogre, by the way.
Oh, mech on Ogre. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, that's good.
I'm
to
also really interested in the build that Boom Boom on Crystal Maiden has gone.
see. I know so much strength. She
She don't want to
that
die.
strength.
Don't
She don't want to
die.
die, but it's not helping.
Yeah.
Well,
Now
the
big
Global
rounds.
Silence being brought out, but that shouldn't protect the Ogre Magi, although the 4-star
Oh,
will.
big 4-star.
Clutch 4-star, they're going to be taken down anyway.
X1 spot.
I
Yeah.
think that's the first torrent that I've seen the Kunkka miss, but the boat's definitely hit. Oh my god!
Eclipse probably a little bit extraneous, but Eclipse being dropped and Silencer dropped pretty fast too.
You know the drill.
Absolutely.
Radiant's bottom tower ain't a pretty sight right now.
Yeah, Crystal
Radiant's
Maiden going with
toughened
the
up their
strange build.
structures.
I don't know how much of a fan I am of
Radiant's
trying to
bottom
turn
tower's in
a
better
hero
days.
into something that it's not. I mean, trying to minimize weakness, sure, but that much strength is just a little bit crazy.
Oh, so unfortunate.
No, that Hex
Yeah.
staff on the creep.
Yeah.
But here comes the
coming in.
Outworld, and
Oh no!
that damage on that ult is just insane.
That is an absolute shame. The Naga Siren I talked about earlier had all the pressure on me to get the kill, to get just right, and you saw the result when it went wrong. All the Timbersaw damage, all the torrent, everything missed because there wasn't that communication. As a horrible execution from the Naga Siren and her
Absolute
teammates. just
destruction
not
by that.
communicate.
OD ult, just so much damage being dealt. And yeah, they're going to clean up completely.
Yep. And we look at the different and experienced Earn chart. It's for the first time it really looks like the Radiant are carving out a lead for themselves. And I think it's actually a really interesting game once it goes late. I mean, in a straight man fight, 5-on-5, I think the Dire have a really strong advantage.
I think so,
But
yeah.
I don't think the Phantom Lancer is ever likely to give them that opportunity.
Yeah, he does do a very good job of splitting up the team and getting into team fights or forcing those team fights extremely difficult. Although he's probably, like, he's not very farmed at the moment, and that could be an issue for the Radiant team. He's, like, it's the OD who's carrying them at the moment.
Yep. Looks like he has picked up his Reaver though, so he is moving towards that really early Heart of Tarrasque, just looking for the illusions with Diffusal Blade
Now
to
the
do all
smoke
his
being
damage.
popped. Ogre going in alone. Oh dear. It's slowing the Venom ward. Oh dear, he's trying to D-ward in the middle at a time like this!
Oh, he wins the lottery! What a bait! He knew this would happen all along now, but
That's 4 in a row.
That turn!
Oh, what a
the bait
play!
D-ward. What a play.
The Ogre knew what
Radiant's
was
top
happening.
tower's
He
taking
was
hits.
all over it.
Got it just right. What
Acted it
play.
out perfectly. And
I'll be of little faith. Come on, man.
Radiant's top
sorry,
tower's
sorry
in bad
Ogre,
shape.
full apologies. Ah,
The Fuse Valve.
some of the best play I've seen.
Radiant's top
Oh.
tower's hurting.
Ogre Magi,
Wow.
first pick, first ban for baits like that. Anywho,
Kunkka picking up his Deadless, by the way. That's
Yep.
that's one hit
Radiant's
rampage
top
items right
tower is
there.
taking
Shadow
hits.
Blade, Battle Fury, Deadless. If he gets the right hit on the right character, legitimately it could be 4 men dropping. And maybe. I suppose with the Reaver now being picked up, I
Yeah.
suppose Lancer would survive. But I mean,
yeah, it is a good time for him to be getting his Reaver because otherwise him and his illusions would be having a very bad time. It's lucky that he went for that really.
Luna's gonna get caught out in the jungle. The smoke gang's rolling through. Silencer, first whack.
BKB being popped.
immediately.
Oh dear, the Timbersaw going in to try and protect the Luna, but instead copping a bit of a beating. He's gonna get out okay with the Timber
He
Channel.
just really disappointed to see. He's got Arcane Boots. He's got Point Booster, Vitality Booster, Perseverance. What he should have is Brown
Please,
Boots. and
Timbersaw.
Bloodstone.
Please
Get your
dissemble.
Bloodstone. Please get a
Please
Bloodstone.
disband that Arcane Boots.
It's- I don't know if it's fair that you can do that. I don't know what he's thinking of, but he needs to
He can
not
do it.
be doing this.
Maybe he's waiting for an opportunity where he's absolutely certain his mana boot, his energy booster won't be destroyed. Like, do it now. Do it now. Do it now.
Alright, that's just gonna irk me for the rest of the game, so I'm just gonna not look at him until I see the Bloodstone.
I
come
can't
up.
stop looking at him. Please don't. Anyway, okay. So yeah, the hard
Yeah.
support Naga. Got Dust and Smoke in the stash. Tranquil Boots on Naga, I guess it's solid if you're playing a support.
Yeah, I think she does a lot of her work using her illusions to get her Riptide damage off. She spends a lot of time standing there with Song of the Siren on.
Yeah.
Not a whole lot of right-click damage, so I think it's pretty
and
legitimate.
enhances her already pretty extreme armor, so that's good. All good
And
things.
the excellent move speed too. I think it's a really solid choice.
I think
to
it's
be honest.
decent, but I don't know that Treads wouldn't be a better choice, or even I guess
Radiant's
Arcane's not
mid
so
tower's
required.
coming apart.
I think Arcane would be perfectly fine. Oh,
And
Song.
Song just for Boom Boom. How are they going to take her down with this much strength?
Radiant's mid
I
tower's
don't even
Oh,
know.
just like that. just like that.
Yeah, all of that investment in strength not really helping her out too much.
For some reason, when Kunkka crit her health was reduced wildly. Oh, beautiful.
Oh, well, the Eclipse as well, and a great pick-off on the OD. That's really big.
This Kunkka has really been impressive. Jing doing all sorts of work.
Absolutely. Jing
He's
doing absolutely
rocketed-
excellently, and they should be able to push a tower here. There's two
Oh,
enemy
they should
heroes
get
down.
2. There's still a tier 1 up mid. That should just go.
Yeah, that should evaporate.
Radiant's
No back to
No,
protect.
I hope they're going on this. And the Luna doing a little bit of split pushing, just enough to pressure the PL to come back top lane.
Radiant's mid tower's getting banged up.
Now all of them converging in on mid.
Radiant's mid tower's
I
getting
went,
what for?
it's got to be careful there.
Just pops off the silence.
Radiant
no.
being quite split up here. They're not in a very good position to fight this, I don't think.
1300 crit coming out.
Oh, the Radiant has to be really careful here until the OD comes back up.
They're going on the Timber, so I think they need to back out.
Oh, that terrible
Oh,
Timber
it's
Chain.
a-
Oh, he did make his Bloodstone, but he didn't dissemble his Mana Boost.
What a dashing shame.
The Crystal Maiden force-staffing herself directly into the middle of the fight. The
Here comes
boat now
the
coming
boat.
in, but that will be a fail boat. One of the first that we've seen in this game.
They're still taking this fight. OD just getting up. Needs to TP in. Needs to get going. Big venomous poison nova being chucked out.
I really feel like the
Trouble brewing
Dire
at
was
Radiant's
handing
bottom
over
tower.
those kills. The Radiant shouldn't have been getting any
No,
without the
I
OD there.
think- Oh,
No one from
Venomancer
Radiant's
managing to
bottom
pick up
tower
two
down
with a
Radiant's side
hack.
right now.
But
Bullshit
that just
hero.
happened. I didn't even.
I think it's a
I
Venomancer
was not
thing.
even slightly aware of what was going on there, but
Trouble
No,
brewing at Radiant's
I looked
bottom
away
tower.
from a Venomancer when
No, no,
stuff
no.
was below 1,000 health. That's my fault. Should have known.
oh dear.
God,
They're too strong.
hate.
Well,
hate-
in the end, with that late destruction from that poison, it actually went okay for the Dire. Like, but given where the position they were in, they should have had that tower down and not really lost anybody. They just got really split up there for some reason. Maybe they were in two minds about whether to be in on that tier 2 tower. The Timbersaw and the Luna both going in one after another, way too deep, without any support from the rest of their team. And yeah, paying the price for that.
I think the way that fight turned out, it wasn't in the end too bad. They didn't let the OD get too big.
Yeah.
The Phantom Lancer didn't get too many last hits, and the kunkka still got a lot of gold, and that's where most of their farm and carry needs to go. So maybe a deceptively reasonable fight so far as the Dire are concerned.
Yeah.
OD now picking up an Overclock. He should really be working towards a BKB. Does excellent work against all the heroes from
For sure.
Dire.
Yeah, just the magic damage from the Dire team so strong. So BKBs should be
Radiant's
definitely a
top tower
priority
is
for
taking hits.
Outworld. The other heroes, perhaps not so much.
I think BKB really should have been the next pick up on Kunkka as well, but he's decided to go towards a Basher. I'm really not a fan of that choice. Kunkka is about hitting once every 4 seconds for infinity damage.
And it's
not
really his
hitting-
cleave rather than his original attack, which is important. And the Basher is only going to help with that original, like the person you actually target. So, well, it is going to increase damage, of course, but the bash part of it.
4-man gank did manage to pick up Boom Boom in the Radiant jungle as Silencer picks up his Aghanims. Not at all an Aghanims fan on Silencer. I don't think it does nearly enough work for the amount of money it costs, but we'll see if he can make a fool out of me.
That is really his role on the team, though, to use his ultimate every 120 seconds or whatever it is when there's a team fight. That's why he was picked.
Yeah, I don't know. I think, put another 1,200 or so gold into it, pick up the Hex Stick. I think you could get way more utility out of it. Looks like a rush attempt.
Yep, rush attempt. The double race the Hex, the double race the strength race again, somehow failing to keep Crystal Maiden alive. And that will be the Aegis on the Luna.
I don't know about that decision.
Yeah.
Don't know about that at all. Luna taking...
I guess Luna is the one who's been in the middle of the fight, and probably is a little more squishy than Kunkka at this point. And Kunkka does have his Shadow Blade as well.
Yeah.
I guess he feels secure enough.
With Shadow Blade nerfs, he's probably Shadow Blading into the fight to get
you
that
would think so.
150 bonus damage, and then the crit, and then, that's where he's getting the most utility out
At
of
that time,
himself.
they'll probably be stunned with the boat and the torrent. I think he should.
Without a BKB.
I don't know. Yeah, without a BKB, it's true. But still, Luna is the conventional carry, so she's got to have the Aegis Tad.
Nah, it's
Tad,
this,
no.
It's a rubbish decision.
Tad, stop thinking for yourself.
I'm calling
The
him.
carry
What do
gets
you-
the Aegis.
I'm not. I carry your ass. No, whatever.
And the
Whatever.
smoke gank now coming
I'll
up
keep
from the
my
Radiant team.
calm professional
Stay
manner.
calm, stay calm. Smoke gank, and they're coming in. Maybe they're going to find the Veno. Looks like they
Maybe.
are.
Radiant's
Leading
top
with
tower
Crystal
is
Maiden.
bad shape.
She's got the 4 star. Oh, dear, going straight to the Timbersaw. That's the end of the Crystal Maiden.
No,
What
the hell?
Okay. Well,
None of the
how
points
did that
damage.
freezing field manage to come off that? Well, why?
Somebody's on a roll.
Oh,
Two
that
down,
boy.
5 in a
What?
row.
Phantom Lancer, you need to
3
not
down.
be in there. He doesn't have to.
Timbersaw, please get out.
Oh no.
Yeah. Missed on that turret. And yeah, a lack of detection there as well. I assume.
Yeah, always.
No, neither of the supports actually had detection either, so it wouldn't have even helped if the Naga had survived. Deciding to throw her life away there, really.
Oh yeah. But a nice rotation in the end, coming in from the Dire, managing to clean up that. And for kunkka, Aegisless, I suppose he's got an extra slot for damage.
The Dire having, like, the experience chart going off a cliff in favour of the Dire after that fight. That's insane.
That is a straight nosedive.
And look there at the concentration of experience in the kunkka, level 23 compared to the Naga, level 11.
Yeah, kunkka's 5, count them, 5 levels ahead of everybody else on the board.
That is crazy.
Yeah, he's picked up his full abyssal now, and I think this is the timing window that the Dire should be looking to exploit. They've got a kunkka with really, I mean, apart from a BKB, there's nothing super important left for him to get. He's got a reliable lockdown, he's got crit, he's got cleave, he's got an escape. There's nothing else for him to look for, and I really feel like at this stage, the Dire can just 5-man, get in there with Song of the Siren, get a perfect setup, hit their Nova, hit their Chakram, hit their Eclipse, hit their Bow, hit their Tolerant.
And don't give the Phantom Lancer a chance to get back into this game, like he definitely can. He's got his Eagle Song now, so working towards Butterfly. At that point, those illusions really hurt. So yeah, before he gets that Butterfly, I think would be the perfect time to push something. The Luna, in fact, with more farm now than either the Phantom Lancer or the OD. Second highest in net worth.
Yeah, but I mean, the Kunkka is just straight ahead. He's doing so far.
So far, yeah.
But I really feel like this is an opportunity missed. They've got the Aegis.
And BKB on the Luna now, it's all looking good for the Dire team. I think that this would be a great time to push. You've got the Radiant trapped back towards with their tier 1 towers, tier 2 towers, sorry. And yeah, they should be pushing these lanes.
I think so. Kunkka's pushing out top, but he knows he can't go in. They don't have great vision across the map. They don't know what's going on.
TP in now.
He's trying to take the tower. Oh, he does manage to get away.
Fortify on 13 health.
I don't think they're going to be able to save this tower.
Popped that jump.
Song of the Siren though. Kunkka now running in. They found the Phantom Lancer.
And the air and the dust, and this could be the end of the Phantom Lancer. This could be huge.
Beautiful ult from the Silencer though, shutting down the entire town.
No, Siren just survives.
And I think that trade might be okay for both teams really, but especially for the Radiant. Oh, and now the Hammer!
Deal. Lucky that BKB was up on that Luna. Really saved a lot of damage there.
Silencer needs to get way out of there, and he's probably going to fall unless he. Oh, the Luna wins the lottery. Now the Naga diving way too deep. Naga could be in some trouble here. Could be looking really stupid in a second.
That's 4 to
Will manage to pick off.
Oh dear, the Crystal Maiden thinks that the braces are going to save her. They're not.
I got braces. I'm not fine. I thought
Luna.
No. Luna, look at who's alive. It's only the Silencer. You can kill him.
Just the Silencer for the next 25 seconds.
Stop running away. Take the tier 3. There you go.
Don't have any mana to be fair, but yeah, we should just be smacking that tower.
You've still got an Aegis. Lose the Aegis. Put the tower.
It's like 1000% hit the tower. But no.
If you have to die going for that tower, I think it's a perfectly reasonable trade.
Yeah.
Start once.
Oh, I can getting racks as well with those bouncing blades. You're at least going to deal permanent damage to the range barrack. It's just worth it. But anywho, it wasn't to be, and Timbersaw now in a slightly dangerous position. No, the Phantom Lancer are not feeling keen at the moment. Fair enough with the Naga Siren behind.
Yeah, and we see the Phantom Lancer illusions really starting to pick up steam. That heart makes them so difficult to kill. You add 35% evasion. You need multiple heroes at that point to try and stop a push just from the illusions.
Yeah, it's crazy. Kunkka now pushing bottom, and yeah, this is really where Phantom Lancer starts to shine and it becomes really difficult to push. You just need to be defending the lane that he's with pushing. I think that the Dire has missed an opportunity.
Song of the Siren being popped off and trying to catch up to the Yoga May guy. They found him, but that's a terrible Song of the Siren. They weren't properly
good global silence. Kunkka coming in now. Can't throw the boat, it would have been an awesome time.
6 in a row.
Gonna throw it now, surely.
Throw it. Throw the boat.
Throw it.
Throw the boat.
Throw the boat. Throw the boat. He's just gonna clean him up.
Throw the boat. It gives you move speed. It gives you damage reduction. Please. Throw the boat.
Yeah, if he'd thrown it before, maybe the Timbersaw would have survived. But instead going down to the Phantom Lancer.
Yep.
Who's
That's a
now
bit of a
off
shame
to
for
push
them,
bottom
but-
lane.
I think kunkka
Please
needs-
push now. They really have to push something or it's going to become really difficult for them.
Kunkka now picking up his Demon Edge. I wouldn't be that surprised if he turned that into a Rapier. If he picks up a Rapier, sells the Shadow Blade and picks up the Aegis, which is coming up soon, I think they win the game. I really do. I don't think there's anything anyone can do about it. But I don't think they're going to have the cojones to do it. Now he's throwing in the boat. Oh, they're going to pay for this. Oh, and he does.
Certainly does. Oh, well, that damage just off the hook. And a good current as well. Okay, they've got one
Radiant's mid
tower.
tower ain't doing
Hopefully they'll be
take
able
one.
to take tier 3 here.
Radiant's mid tower can use a
Naga's
hand.
way out of mana though and doesn't have Sombra, so that's for one really big impediment to them moving
Yeah,
forward.
for sure. And the Phantom Lancer is back now from
Oh,
the winning the lottery there on the Luna.
Radiant's mid tower.
And they're chasing this Luna, it looks like. No, what they want the kunkka. They
That's his
the
pop.
top
They've
off.
got protection on him. Ooh, the Luna's so low. Off the cliff. No, she's gonna go down.
And this is turning out to be a little bit of a
They're
throw.
gonna fall for
Kunkka
the
unable.
OD.
A mind prepared.
This is turning into a really big throw. I think the Dire had this in the palm of their hand. Kunkka has a 10k net worth lead over both the carries from the Radiant, but they're just not able to get the team fight that they really should be able to with the Song Initiation and all their other roles.
Yep, they really just didn't manage to push fast enough there. They were like dilly-dallying around in the mid lane. Their creeps weren't really up there, but I think they could have pushed that faster and missing an opportunity and kind of paying for it, really. The Ogre just checking Rosh up in about a minute.
Yep. See, is that really such a hard timer to read?
No, I think it's
don't-
awesome. I like it.
I
like it
think
being a little bit esoteric, just enough to make you feel cool when you're reading with Monk.
esoteric nothing. You're not. Whatever. Good for you.
To the
Dire's mid
uninitiated.
tower could use a
And that's
No
good.
one had to explain it to me.
Dire structures
That's
looking
a
for
big
a fight.
silence. That's the global silence being popped off by
Dire's
silence.
mid
So
tower won't
they
let
really want to take down this tier 3 tower, but I don't think they can do it. Oh, the Kunkka's very dead. They can definitely do it. And now
Good
a
song of the siren. Good
wasted.
song.
Bad
No,
song.
it's good. It's good.
Horrible.
Good song.
Freaking-
They're all dead. Okay, they didn't have any heroes up, so
Somebody's cooking Dire's mid
don't.
Do you want to revisit your position?
I will revisit my position. It was a good song, but there was no support, so it was a bad song.
The Dire's
Kunkka's dead. That's 100% of your damage. That's
Dire's
Yeah,
mid
yeah, true
ranks
fact. I
didn't make it.
I wasn't quite on top of who was alive and who was dead.
Yeah.
In the end, not the
Dire's
time
bottom
to go
tower's getting the
in
business.
the slightest. Is that a buyback from the Naga? Is that
I don't think she ever died.
The Dire
okay.
the
Dire
Dire
Good.
just
She never died.
save
Never
that
fought
bottom
back.
tower.
423 last hits from the Kunkka. It's too
Yeah.
much.
Plenty. He's got an MKB now, which
Mm-hmm.
is
Definitely a
nice
good trade.
against the illusions.
Yep, yep. Especially
Really
with
should
that
be a
butterfly up.
BKB.
Yeah,
Really.
he should have a BKB, but I
Radiant's
think the
top
MKB
tower's
is a
in
good choice
bad
at this
shape.
point.
Hmm,
I
anything
think rather
more-
than the Abyssal Blade, that would have been the time to get the BKB. Or
I think
to
so,
the
yeah.
backer. But yeah, now that we do have that butterfly up on the PO, it makes sense to get the MKB.
Double damage.
Rashawn is alive and Luna just picked up a DD, so I think this is a perfect time
Yep.
to finish this game. Get
Yep.
your Rashawn on.
Looks like Kunkka's going in.
You
Yep,
can't
sure
give Rush a
enough.
slap.
Bang.
It was less than I thought. They will be able to take this exceptionally quickly, especially with the Medallion of Courage. Really underrated item. They're putting it on the dang it, Luna.
Yes.
No.
Although Luna with BKB and Butterfly now, maybe she is transitioning into the carry that Kunkka has been for them the entire game so far.
He can hit everyone on the field for 1500 damage every 4 seconds. Give
He
him
does
a
do
dash
crazy
at-
damage, true fact.
Give him a BKB, please.
But the Moonglaive is just so good for taking down the base, like bouncing between the raft and all the buildings and all the heroes. Too strong.
Looks like an agree to disagree situation.
Oh yeah, I mean, I guess it serves a similar purpose to Kunkka's cleave to his Tidebringer, but...
Yeah. The OD was 1 gold away from being able to buy back, and that would be such a shame. If she died right now, she would be so unhappy.
6 gold off it.
Yeah, as her buyback ready cost increases. Oh, Kunkka one-hit a crystal maze. Never mind
Oh,
that.
did that happen? Okay, whatever.
Whatever.
Great,
Oh,
we
Luna
can
pops the
get
BKB. It's go time.
Time for Raft apparently, but Fortify, good Fortify, and quite a good silence, but no one else going in really, just the Phantom Lancer, so they're gonna be just fine. So yeah, I mean if the OD, OD looking for the ult, definitely looking for it, got the Hex Stick as well. Ooh, this could be huge.
Okay, now
Okay,
they need it.
well,
Turn off. Beautifully executed. They finally got it right.
OD ult doing a lot of damage, but not enough. Not enough for the fighters. Kunkka will go down.
So will the Phantom Lancer. So will the Silencer. OG gonna die to that.
Ogre going to go down as well.
Buybacks available on Ogre as well as Crystal Maiden and Outworld of Syra, and they'll all make use of that option. Luna. Oh, Luna, you can take the whole team!
Yeah, really can. I mean, getting the Reaver now, so going for a hard, but...
It's a Satanic, actually. She's already got the helm.
Yeah,
She's
true fact. True fact, definitely Satanic, so... That will help. Like, she has been wandering around with low health in their base a few times, so I guess...
Yeah, well... She's got an Aegis.
Yeah, I know, exactly. She should be pushing another Rax. What is the Ogre doing, please?
He is desirous. And he is going to get it.
Got it, and there it is. Oh my god, why?
No.
Oh, she was slightly low, but she wasn't that low.
He was looking to get the lottery on it, but with that
yeah, Ogre has fallen for the bait. Like, he who was the bait has fallen for the bait.
Yeah, the beta has become the beta, something.
Yeah, something along those lines.
Yeah. I'll just call that a good line and move on.
You would have thought he would have learnt that trick from himself, but no. Anyway, yes, Satanic and a gem picked up on the Naga Siren.
I still feel like we saw the power of that Naga when executed correctly as far as initiating a team fight. Once you've got your cooldown off on the Song of Siren, march down mid again and start slapping at the tier 4s. There's no reason.
Sure, I mean, and Aegis is going to be reclaimed soon enough. Yeah, Crystal destroyed. That'll be the end of that. Don't know why she was roaming around there. I mean, supports shouldn't really be roaming around without their team after after the laning stage finishes. And yeah, no idea why she was there. I guess she was warding, but...
Yeah, but she... I mean, come on.
Come on, man.
Why you gotta do me like that? There are a lot of aggressive wards in the Dire jungle. I don't know the last...
Yeah, I don't know what... Crystal Maiden risked and sacrificed her life to put those wards down, and they're going to be of absolutely zero use, because you know that the Dire team's going to be pushing into your base. There should be one on, like, the Uber cliff, and one maybe on this cliff here near the Radiant Secret Shop.
I like the idea of Dusk Uber cliff. Oh, God, it's Ag's Refresh on Silencer. What a useless pickup. Now they're trying to go on the Timber Store.
Multicast on that Timber Store. Winning the lottery
They need to pick off this OD. They need to kill him immediately, and they have done. He's got no buyback. He's got back for 100 seconds.
Well, refreshes on the Silencer.
That's gonna rush him. Now Phantom Lancer's in trouble. He's gonna fall as well. Silencer. He might make it out. It looks like he will.
Of no consequence whatsoever, because the Luna is having at this tower. I don't know why the Timber Store is diving so deep. Their whole team should just be walloping on these barracks.
Just win the game.
Which is what they're turning to now, and yeah, go tier 4. Do it. Do it.
Mega Creeps or tier 4. They're both
go tier 4.
Fine. I think tier 4 is better, but...
And yep, here goes Luna. Giving it a whack.
This is going to be GG.
Ridiculous damage.
Mid towers in trouble.
Refresher on the Silencer. He really did just take that idea that he was going to use gold and that would be his contribution and run with it.
To be fair, he didn't have much of a contribution. I mean, that was the only contribution he had.
The dire one this
it was.
time.
GG.
Yeah, that's a good game. I like seeing a Panamite lose. Oh well.
Some. Oh, Psycho. I know that word. Yeah. I think in the end, the MVP's got to go to Jing. His early gameplay on that
Absolutely.
kunkka was exceptional. Really hitting those torrents and boats nicely, using some invis runes to his advantage. I think some really questionable drafting coming out from Radiant. Not sure about the Ogre Magi pick especially.
Yeah, Ogre Magi not the best. Silencer
Really,
made
really
sense, and the Crystal Maiden had minimal impact at best.
Why Crystal Maiden when there's a Keeper of the Light in the pool at that stage? I don't. And Crystal Maiden's not a bad hero, but Phantom Lancer, Keeper of the Light, it's classic, it's powerful, but they just decided to go a different way with this one, and I think in the end that's part of what sealed their defeat.
Yeah, just outplayed in general by that kunkka especially. I think it was a really good game by them.
Yeah, and once the Naga Siren figured out how to turn off her ult and get that wombo combo working, it was over.
Never have I seen such good boats, I don't think. That was, very strong.
Very, very strong.
Cool.
Thank you, Albie.
Thank you, Dr. Mittens.
Yeah, I need to change. See ya.